In August 2024, beachgoers in La Jolla, California stumbled upon something that should not have been there. Lying in the shallows was a shimmering ribbon-like creature, stretching over 3 meters long with a blood-red crest on its head and enormous unblinking eyes. 2 days later, an earthquake rattled Southern California. Then in November, another specimen appeared on an Encinitas beach. By early 2025, one was filmed alive off Baja California, Mexico, its serpentine body rippling through sunlit water. And the sightings did not stop. In India, a 30-foot specimen was hauled from fishing nets. In the Philippines, another washed up on a remote shore. From May to June 2025 alone, 4 separate oarfish appeared across the world's oceans in just 20 days. As of early 2026, they are still surfacing near Monterey Bay. This creature is the oarfish, the longest bony fish alive, capable of reaching 11 meters, and in Japanese legend, a messenger sent by the gods to warn humanity of impending catastrophe. For centuries, fishermen believed its appearance meant earthquakes and tsunamis were coming. After 2011, the entire world started believing it too. But here is the question nobody seems willing to answer. Honestly, is the oarfish actually predicting earthquakes, or is something far more alarming driving it to the surface? To understand why the oarfish's sudden appearances matter, you first need to understand what this creature actually is. Its scientific name is Regalecus glesne, and it belongs to the family Regalicidae deep ocean fish that live in what scientists call the mesopelagic zone, between 200 and 1,000 meters below the surface. Down there, sunlight has vanished entirely. The pressure is crushing, and yet this animal thrives. The oarfish is the longest bony fish alive on Earth. The Guinness World Records lists its maximum length at approximately 8 meters, 26 feet, though credible. Reports describe specimens exceeding 11 meters, or 36 feet. Unlike most large marine animals, it has no scales. Instead, its body is coated in a reflective substance called guanine, giving it a ghostly metallic sheen. It has no swim bladder, meaning it cannot regulate buoyancy, the way most fish do. It also has almost no muscle mass. At the depths where it lives, there are virtually no currents. So it does not need to be a strong swimmer. It simply hangs vertically in the water column, drifting, filtering tiny krill and larval fish through a protrusible mouth that extends outward like a tube. This is an animal perfectly adapted to absolute stillness and darkness, which is precisely why seeing one at the surface is so deeply strange. The story that turned the oarfish from an obscure deep sea curiosity into a global omen of doom begins in Japan, specifically in the months before March 11, 2011, in the year leading up to the magnitude 9.1 Tōhoku earthquake and tsunami, which killed more than 19,000 people. Approximately 20 oarfish were found stranded along the Japanese coastline. In Japanese folklore, the oarfish is called Ryugu no Tsukai, meaning messenger from the sea god's palace. The legend dates back centuries when this creature appears in shallow water. The gods are sending a warning. After 2011, that ancient belief transformed into a modern, viral phenomenon. Every subsequent oarfish sighting anywhere in the world was framed as a potential precursor to seismic disaster, and the sightings accelerated. In 2024, at least 3 oarfish were recorded along the Southern California coast, a region that had documented only about 20 total sightings since 1901. In February 2025, a live oarfish was filmed at Playa El Quemado in Mexico. By mid-2025, 4 oarfish had appeared across 3 continents. In just 20 days, India, the Philippines, Japan, and Mexico. The pattern seemed undeniable. Social media exploded with warnings. But here is where the story takes its first unexpected turn, because science does not agree with the legend at all. In 2019, a team led by researcher Yoshiaki Orihara published a landmark study in the Bulletin of the Seismological Society of America. The question was simple: is there any statistical correlation between deep-sea fish appearances, including oarfish, and subsequent earthquakes in Japan? They built a database of every recorded deep-sea fish sighting in Japanese coastal waters since 2000 and cross-referenced it with every seismic event of magnitude 6.0 or greater within a 30-day window. The result was unambiguous: no significant correlation. As Orihara stated, there is almost no relation between deep-sea fish appearances and earthquakes in modern Japanese records. The study addressed the 2011 case directly, while approximately 20 oarfish stranded before Tōhoku Japan experiences thousands of earthquakes every year. Oarfish also strand periodically. The overlap was statistically expected by chance. A 2025 Forbes analysis by David Bresson reached the same conclusion. But if earthquakes are not pulling these creatures to the surface, what is? Research published in 2018 identified a far more compelling correlation not with seismic activity, but with El Niño events. During El Niño years, Pacific sea surface temperatures rise several degrees above normal. The plankton and larval fish that oarfish feed on migrate into warmer, shallower water. The oarfish, with no swim bladder and almost no muscle, follow their food and get trapped in currents they cannot escape. They are not fleeing earthquakes. They are chasing dinner into water that is slowly killing them. But there is a deeper layer to this story, one that transforms the oarfish from a curiosity into a genuine warning signal. Just not the kind anyone expected. The El Niño connection explains individual years, but what explains the unprecedented acceleration of sightings? Right now, before 2024, California had recorded roughly 20 oarfish sightings in over a century. Then, in 18 months, from mid-2024 to early 2026 at least, 6 more appeared along the same coastline. Globally, the pattern is even more dramatic. India, the Philippines, Japan, Mexico, and California all reporting oarfish at the surface with increasing frequency. Marine biologists point to factors that go far beyond any single El Niño cycle. Global sea surface temperatures have been breaking records consistently. The mesopelagic zone the oarfish's home is not immune to. Surface warming heat gradually penetrates downward, altering plankton distribution, shifting oxygen levels, and disrupting the thermal stratification that deep-sea organisms depend on. The oarfish is not predicting earthquakes. It may be signaling something even more consequential, that the deep ocean, the largest habitat on Earth, is changing in ways we are only beginning to detect. Every oarfish that washes ashore is a data point from a world we cannot easily observe, and the data points are accelerating. The implications extend well beyond one species. The mesopelagic zone from 200 to 1,000 meters deep contains an estimated 10 billion tons of biomass, making it the largest animal habitat on the planet. Yet it remains one of the least studied environments in all of science. We have better maps of Mars than of what lives at 600 meters beneath the Pacific. When that environment changes, the effects cascade upward. Plankton distributions shift, disrupting food webs that support commercial fisheries. Oxygen minimum zones expand, creating dead zones that push marine life toward the surface. Deep water currents weaken, altering nutrient cycling on a planetary scale. The oarfish, as a large and unmistakable deep-sea resident, functions as an involuntary sentinel, a visible indicator of invisible changes. Each stranding is not a prophecy, it is a measurement. And the measurement is saying something consistent conditions in the deep ocean are shifting. This is not folklore. It is not myth. It is oceanographic data delivered in the most dramatic way possible by a creature that looks like it was designed to get our attention. The ancient Japanese called it the messenger from the sea, God's palace. They were not entirely wrong. It is a messenger. The message is just different from what they imagined. We began this video asking whether the oarfish predicts earthquakes. The scientific answer is clear: it does not. A 2019 peer-reviewed study found no meaningful correlation, and the 2011 Tōhoku case, while emotionally compelling, does not survive statistical scrutiny. But dismissing the oarfish as irrelevant would be a mistake, because what it is actually telling us may be far more important than any single earthquake. The oarfish is surfacing because its world is changing. Rising ocean temperatures, shifting currents, disrupted food chains, these forces are pulling creatures from the deepest parts of the ocean into our world with increasing frequency. And the oarfish is just the most visible example. What about the thousands of mesopelagic species we never see? What changes are happening at 600 meters that we have no instruments to detect? The messenger from the sea god's palace is delivering a message. The question is whether we are paying attention to the right one. If this video changed how you think about the ocean, subscribe to Astrum and turn on notifications. The deep sea still has stories no one else is telling. See you in the next one.